YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be reviewing a watch by a company called Vincero. There's like a lot of like hype around this brand. Also, it's pretty similar to that brand of Movement. But yeah, I just want to give you guys like the facts, the truth about these watches, and whether or not I recommend it or it's worth your time to even like think about buying these watches. So first things first, it comes in like this black kind of container. Looks pretty modern, pretty simple. It's pretty well designed. And then it slides out like this, and then you open the top like this, and then inside is the watch. I went with the brown strap, white face, kind of a minimalist look. It looks modern, looks simple in design, and that's kind of how most watch brands have been going. Like at least the newer ones, they've been going more so like a modern like take on a watch. But if you're someone that's like more into watch collecting and are more into the details around watches and how they're made, and like you really find like it as like a passion or like a hobby to collect watches and like learn about watches, then I would say this brand is not for you. Like neither is Movement. None of these newer brands I would probably say do like the watch collection type of passion and hobby like justice, just because there's not really much history around it, and like kind of like the whole point of watch collection is like the history around the piece, how it was made, like all the mechanics and everything around it. So if that's something that you're interested in, then this is probably not the watch for you. This is more so for like the modern man, like someone that just like every man needs a watch. Like I think it's really crucial for every guy to wear a watch, not just for telling time. It just looks aesthetically good, and we don't, as guys, don't get to wear that much jewelry in comparison to girls. So I think watch, if you have any piece of jewelry at all, it would be a watch that you would need on your wrist. And this watch, I mean, it looks pretty minimalist, it's pretty modern. You can dress it up, dress it down. This one is pretty dressy looking, I think, the white with the gold accents and then the brown band. It does look pretty dressy. Movement has the same type of watches. I don't think, if you compare them side by side, both these brands are pretty budget, are probably considered budget watches in comparison to like other watches. There are other brands out there like Timex and other things that have a long history. Again, those are not so modern looking, I would say, but they are really well made watches. So if that's something that you're interested in and you're not worried about like kind of like the modern sleek version, like that's kind of how the watches have been going lately. And most people are interested in like the minimalistic kind of faces and things like that. If you're like that type of guy, then I would recommend maybe a Vincero or a Movement watch, just because of the simplicity, and it's just easy to wear with like anything. But I just think this watch right here is just under 200 bucks, which is I don't know how I feel about that, to be honest. I think pricing could be like a little bit more fair. I mean, I'm working on getting a discount code, and there's probably plenty of discount codes on these watches that you could probably find out there as well. But I don't know, for 200 bucks, it's just like, do I get a Timex? And just like, you can get like a nice Timex for like 50 bucks, and like this is like a brand new brand. They do have like pretty good customer service and everything around their watches, but if you're like really strung out and you really want to have like a really minimalistic watch and just simple watch, then I would say definitely Vincero over Movement, just because Movement, I felt the Movement, they're a little bit like more cheap feeling than Vincero, but Vincero is like a pretty decent build. This one's got like the marble on the back. It's got their saying on the back. This one's a quartz build. I don't think it's a quartz build, so it just takes a battery. Pretty simple. But like if you appreciate like watches and like you're more intrigued about the history about a watch, then you would want to go more so with like a watch brand that has a longer tradition of history. Just one thing to note about this watch is when you get it, the band is very, very stiff. So it might take a little bit of while to, kind of get this brand to break in around your wrist. So you might want to wear it for quite some time and just like let it sit on your wrist for as long as you can. And just so it can mold to your wrist and get and kind of break that leather down a little bit more. But yeah, for me, most of the time, I'm a huge watch guy, but like I really believe in buying a watch at different milestones in your life, and I don't think I'm really like critical about myself, so I don't really want to buy a watch yet. I don't think I deserve a nice watch yet, so I kind of been plus I'm in like a really mode where I like rugged things. Like I'm huge into like, I don't know, Jeep Wranglers they're just like, because they look like a little bit more rugged and military looking. And so, plus I'm always at the gym, and so like a G-Shock, I'm still rocking the G-Shocks from like like it's so old school. Like G-Shock used to be popping like way back when, like in high school and stuff. I still wear it just because it's like durable. I can bring it in water. It's like 200 meters like water resistant, so I can pretty much swim with it anywhere. I don't have to worry about like hitting it against anything. It's got a backlight, everything, like it's simple. It's got instead of the analog face, it's got the digital watch, so it's super easy. It keeps track of date and time pretty easily. It adjusts every monthly, whereas like these ones, it doesn't really, it goes up to 31 days every month. It doesn't know what month it is, at least with the digital one it does. So it's really simple, really easy, and I don't think I deserve like a nice watch yet. I'm gonna wait till I hit a critical milestone in my life and then probably buy a nicer watch. But just to wrap it up, Vincero watches, they're nice, they're really simple, really modern looking. So if you're just a guy that is all about the modern life and you just want something that's modern, simple, easy, and you're not really so deep into like the watch collection, you're just here for like something that looks nice on your wrist, then definitely check out Vincero. But that's all I have for this review. I hope it was like beneficial. I just wanted to give you guys a wrap down about this brand, this company. It's really hard for new watch companies to get into the game just because, the watch industry is all based on history and the craftsmanship surrounded your watch. And so it's a little bit more tough for like a minimalist brand to get in there. I know Movement's been doing really well, and I know Vincero's been doing really well. So yeah, it's all about your taste, about your preference. So it's either you're a watch collector and you're in for the history, or you're not. And if you're not, then definitely check out a Vincero watch. You won't be disappointed. They're actually pretty nice. So yeah, that's all I have for this video. I hope you guys are like liking the new videos. I'm trying my best to find more products that are like more relevant to everyone, just so I don't know, I review a lot of like small brand products, which I like. Those are the ones I have, so it's cool to like review different types of products. But if you guys like these videos, please give it a thumbs up. If you're brand new, hit the subscribe button. And yeah, thanks for showing love. Leave a comment always if you have anything to ask, even if it's not about the watch, if it's about anything in general, just leave a comment. But thank you guys so much. Love y'all. Take care. Peace.